frugality, moderation, self-control, self-denial, self-restraint, sobriety, temperance. Abstinence from food commonly signifies going without. Abstemiousness, partaking moderately. Abstinence may be for a single occasion. Abstemiousness is habitual moderation. Self-denial is giving up what one wishes. Abstinence may be refraining from what one does not desire. Fasting is abstinence from food for a limited time, and generally for religious reasons. Sobriety and temperance signify maintaining a quiet, even temper by moderate indulgence in some things, complete abstinence from others. We speak of temperance in eating, but of abstinence from vice. Total abstinence has come to signify the entire abstaining from intoxicating liquors. Antonyms: drunkenness, excess, gluttony, greed, intemperance, intoxication, reveling, revelry, self-indulgence, sensuality, wantonness. The preposition: the negative side of virtue is abstinence from vice. Abstract, verb. Synonyms: appropriate, detach, discriminate, distinguish, distract, divert, eliminate, purloin, remove, separate, steal, take away, withdraw. The central idea of withdrawing makes abstract in common speech a euphemism for appropriate unlawfully, purloin, steal. In mental processes, we discriminate between objects by distinguishing their differences. We separate one element from all that does not necessarily belong to it, abstract it, and view it alone. We may separate two ideas and hold both in mind in comparison or contrast, but when we abstract one of them, we drop the other out of thought. The mind is abstracted when it is withdrawn from all other objects and concentrated upon one, diverted when it is drawn away from what it would or should attend to by some other interest, distracted when the attention is divided among different subjects, so that it cannot be given properly to any. The trouble with the distracted person is that he is not abstracted. Compare DISCERN. Antonyms: add, combine, complete, conjoin, fill up, increase, restore, strengthen, unite. Prepositions: the purse may be abstracted from the pocket, the substance from the accidents, a book into a compend. Abstracted. Synonyms: absent, absent-minded, absorbed, heedless, inattentive, indifferent, listless, negligent, oblivious, preoccupied, thoughtless. As regards mental action, absorbed, abstracted, and preoccupied refer to the cause, absent or absent-minded to the effect. The man absorbed in one thing will appear absent in others. A preoccupied person may seem listless and thoughtless, but the really listless and thoughtless have not mental energy to be preoccupied. The absent-minded man is oblivious of ordinary matters because his thoughts are elsewhere. One who is preoccupied is intensively busy in thought. One may be absent-minded either through intense concentration or simply through inattention, with fitful and aimless wandering of thought. Compare ABSTRACT. Antonyms: alert, attentive, on hand, prompt, ready, thoughtful, wide awake. Absurd. Synonyms: anomalous, chimerical, erroneous, false, foolish, ill-advised, ill-considered, ill-judged, inconclusive, incorrect, infatuated, irrational, ludicrous, mistaken, monstrous, nonsensical, paradoxical, preposterous, ridiculous, senseless, stupid, unreasonable, wild. That is absurd which is contrary to the first principles of reasoning, as that a part should be greater than the whole is absurd. A paradoxical statement appears at first thought contradictory or absurd, while it may be really true. Anything is irrational when clearly contrary to sound reason, foolish when contrary to practical good sense, silly when petty and contemptible in its folly, erroneous when containing error that vitiates the result, unreasonable when there seems a perverse bias or an intent to go wrong. Monstrous and preposterous refer to what is overwhelmingly absurd, as, "O monstrous 11 buckram men grown out of two." Shakespeare, 1 King Henry IV, Act 2, Scene 4. The ridiculous or the nonsensical is worthy only to be laughed at. The lunatic's claim to be a king is ridiculous. The Mother Goose rhymes are nonsensical. Compare incongruous. Antonyms: certain, consistent, demonstrable, demonstrated, established, incontestable, incontrovertible, indisputable, indubitable, infallible, logical, rational, reasonable, sagacious, sensible, sound, substantial, true, undeniable, unquestionable, wise. Abuse. Synonyms: aggrieve, damage, defame, defile, disparage, harm, ill-treat, ill-use, impose on or upon, injure, malign, maltreat, misemploy, misuse, molest, oppress, persecute, pervert, prostitute, rail at, ravish, reproach, revile, ruin, slander, victimize, vilify, violate, vituperate, wrong. Abuse covers all unreasonable or improper use or treatment by word or act. A tenant does not abuse rented property by reasonable wear, though they may damage the property and injure its sale. He may abuse it by needless defacement or neglect. It is possible to abuse a man without harming him, as when the criminal vituperates the judge, or to harm a man without abusing him, as when the witness tells the truth about the criminal. Defame